Pan yn ymuno â'r tren, byddwch yn ofalus o'r gap rhwng y tren a ymyl y platfform, os gwelwch yn dda.
When boarding the train, please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Carmarthen. Thomas Phillips was the station master in Carmarthen, and in 1926 he published a little book, in both Welsh and English, called Railroad Humours, or Stories of Railway Travel, or Humours of the Iron Road. These were tales of the characters who worked and travelled on the line. A little barefooted urchin crept into the train on a wet, cold day, entered an apartment containing a lady and a gentleman. He climbed into the corner seat and fell asleep by the window. The gentleman objected to the scruffy little creature being allowed into his carriage with his dirty feet, but the lady rose out of her seat, removed her expensive muff, placed it gently under the child's head, kissed him, and the gentleman hid behind his newspaper and said no more. Such lovely little observations like that. But, I mean, some of them are proper stories as well. There was another one about that happened at Carmarthen station, where they suddenly found on the platform like what they called it, a hamper, like a picnic hamper, and it said on it, contains live dog. And there was two young porters on the station, and they rather liked dogs, so they untied the string and they had a quick look inside, and there was a huge black dog inside, and it burst out and it ran along the station to the end of the platform and disappeared into the darkness. It was at night. So the station master, the two porters, the tea lady, everybody ran off into the dark trying to catch this dog. Couldn't. They came back, they had a look at the address, and it was addressed to a vicar in Ceredigion. And they didn't know what to do because they just lost the vicar's dog. But the two young porters had an idea, and they liked dogs, and they'd taken in it a dog called Tipper, a mongrel, one of those mongrels with an eye patch and quite a little waggy tail. And it was the station dog, and they kept it there and they fed it at the station in exchange for Tipper catching rats and things like that. He wasn't not a particularly religious dog, you would say, a rat catcher. But what they did, they got some pink ribbon from the station master, they tied it round Tipper's neck, they picked Tipper up, they placed him in the basket, tied the string round it, and they sent him off on the next train to Ceredigion. And then they worried, because they felt certain they were going to get a complaint from a vicar in Ceredigion that he got, instead of the big black Labrador that he'd hoped for, a small brown and white mongrel with a pink ribbon round its neck that called rats. But in fact they heard nothing. There wasn't a word. And they could only assume after a while that Tipper had given up his bad ways and seen the light and was living a perfectly happy life in a vicarage in Ceredigion, which is a lovely little thought. But there's some great stories along this line.